Hey, hey, welcome in. Welcome to Talk About It Tuesday. I got my tacos. Do you? Nah, tacos aren't required. Hey, how's everybody doing? I am enjoying my nice warm house because it is cold here in Idaho today. We are in a cold spell. Pardon me while I fix something. I think I screwed up sending out my links today. Let me double check what I did because I think I really screwed up. Yes, I did. Hold on. Hold that thought. Talk amongst yourselves in chat for just a minute. Boy, I am batting 1,000 this week. Hang on here. Jeez. Ay. I really screwed up this week. Anyway, I gotta fix a few things. I don't know where my head is, Gilbert Grape. I'm tired. And it's not a good idea to try to do things when you're tired. Well, I got that one right. I got that one right. Then I got that one right. Now let's see if I got this other one right. I think I did. I think I got the others right. Okay. Now we can talk about it. Oh my goodness. So how's everybody been this week? Did you have a good weekend? Are you staying warm? We have not made it even to 30 degrees here. We've been getting down pretty chilly, even for here. We don't usually get down into the single digits. We've gotten down at least, I know we got down to 14, but with the wind chill, we were down around 8 or 9. So yeah, it's been pretty cold. I've been able to bring some of the outside kitties inside. So that's been good. Been able to keep them in. Not all of them will come inside though. So I've been just doing the best I can to keep them warm. Adding extra food and giving them wet food on the nights when it's extra cold. That always helps. But keeping their water from freezing has been a challenge. So anyway, hey, we have somebody in the basement. Let's see who it is. Hey.
How are you?
I'm tired. Obviously, my head's not working. Sending out wrong links to people.
Yeah, I pulled up and I saw this Grace and I was like, that was Monday.
Oops.
And so I was sitting there trying to text you and back because I didn't realize, because I was sitting there going, what's wrong with my email? Because I thought you sent it as an email link, but you sent it to my phone. So then I went to the phone and then had to copy paste and send it to my email so I could get up. And so that's how come I'm a little tardy for you.
It's all good.
But I was on YouTube on the live part, so I could moderate from there for you.
Oh, okay. Have I? Oh my gosh, I did it again. Oh, shoot.
Breathe. Just breathe. It will get through this.
I did it again, folks. I forgot to set this as public, and I can't do it now that it's gone live.
I don't know if I can.
You can't. It's gone live. It can't be made public, so I can't see any comments. Nobody can chat.
Okay. Well,
so we are going to
Let's see.
Stay here for just a minute. Stay here for just a minute. I'm going to recreate this again. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to go fix the other one that I have created.
I just chatted in the YouTube side, so I mean I can see it on YouTube, the chat.
But you can't see it in StreamYard.
But I can't see it in StreamYard. Correct.
Right. Okay. So what I need to do is go here, go here, go here. Oh my gosh.
Hey, think of all the blessings that y'all have had.
Yep.
You see, that's what I was trying to do. Like Grace said, she said just use your phone for the chat.
Yeah, I can do that rather than creating this second one. I do not know where my brain is. This is just not the way to start the year out. Really not. All right, now I got to go find it. Okay. I'm sorry, everybody. This is just...
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's welcome everybody in. Okay, this is interesting. StreamYard says I have 11 people in chat. Okay, now it updated. It was saying only 8. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Teresa. Oh, Nightbot's at it again. What are they doing? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Glenda. They've deleted you. And I don't know. Oh, jeez. I'm going to go delete or disable Nightbot. They're being stupid. They're really being stupid. And I had that fixed. Okay. Nightbot has gone to sleep. It's gone bye-bye. I'm sorry, Grace and Fire, Glenda. They deleted at least 3 of your messages. 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh.
It's all right. She's back.
Okay. Nightbot went away. It's not going to be deleting you anymore, Glenda. So sorry about that. I had that fixed so that it wouldn't be doing that. It got mad at you for using emojis. I'm not talking clearly today. I am so sorry. I thought I slept better than this last night. Apparently not. Okay, let's try this again. Teresa Jukowitz, welcome in. Glenda, I am glad that you're here, even if Nightbot isn't. And Ronson, I'm glad that you're able to be here. I know that you were out and about. Heather, I'm glad that you're here. Jaden, welcome in. Let's see. Troy, so glad you're here.
Hey, brother Troy.
Tomorrow's your big day. Things are happening for you. I'm so happy for you, Troy. Let's see. Don't want to miss anybody. Virginia Alexander, welcome in. Oh, good. Thank you, Glenda, for sending Virginia over. Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. I hope you're feeling better. I did that, Rebecca. I did do that, and I had it all set up so that it would not time people out, but apparently it didn't save my settings. So I don't know what went on with that. Making it home. Welcome, a first timer. I'm so glad you're here.
She's a good person.
Well, good.
And because the reason why I know this is I right before you're live, I was sitting talking to her on the phone. And I sit there and said, I don't mean to cut it short, but I've got to go do a live. She goes, okay, what channel? And so I told her what channel. And so she said, sure, I'll join in. So
awesome. Well, thank you.
Her and her, it's Laura and her husband, Joe. And she's very knowledgeable about a lot of cooking, a lot of wonderful things, and so I follow her and watch her stuff a lot. Hello, Virginia. Yeah, yeah. There you go. She says this guy, that Chris guy, made me come over here.
Right, that was what I was chuckling about. And Jennifer Ocean Homestead, I'm glad you're here.
Good luck at the dentist.
Who's going to the dentist?
Jennifer Ocean Homestead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I see it.
Because I saw her short earlier.
Oh, she's heading home from the dentist.
Oh. Okay. That's what I get for looking quickly.
Yeah. Oh, Glenda, what seeds are you sowing? You can tell me later. I want to know what you're planting today. I want to get out there and plant so bad, but I can't yet. It's still too cold.
I still got 2 inches of snow.
2 inches.
Hey.
I know. I'm just teasing you.
Well, I know, but still. I mean, the streets are covered solid, and it's like, I'm going to get cabin fever eventually.
Yeah, actually, we haven't gotten hardly any snow at all this year. Molly, would you stop? I can't do anything without you, Molly. You're constantly bothering me. It'd be nice to do a live without you.
Hey, animals have a sense when they know their owners need them.
She is needy. She's extremely needy.
Well, mine's over here, over.
Yeah, but she's not
over down that way, over that way, and she's like on the rug, sitting there sleeping again.
Yeah, but at least she's not up in your face and wallowing you to death.
Well, she used to cuddle, and now she's just independent.
I wish this one would get a little bit of independence. Just smidgen.
Well, I'm a cuddler, okay? I'm a cuddler. Cuddler, a snuggler, and a hugger. And so,
there you go. Like, have a cuddler.
Oh, okay. Well, where'd she go?
Oh.
Come here. Poor Molly.
Whoops! I did something. There we go.
Well, it's because your screen, your back screen, your virtual screen. Speaking of which,
yeah. Well, I brought the tacos. See?
I noticed that.
Here, I'll move out of the way, and then you can see them.
There we go. I'll do mine. And then I kind of blur into the plane.
Yeah, well, if I take the screen off, then all you see is sunshine behind me, and it washes me completely out.
Oh, it's kind of like the 2 windows that are here and all the models that are there.
No, even worse. Even worse.
So,
let me show you.
Actually, that's better.
It's better?
Yeah. because earlier you looked all like you were had too much light on you.
Well,
But it's
with
whatever
that,
you.
I kind of disappear. I kind of fade into the background.
Well, it's whatever you want to do and makes you happy. You go, girl. You just around the world and go. Mm-hmm. Hi, Molly. There's those green eyes.
Yes. They look like antifreeze to me.
She's got beautiful eyes. That's all.
She does.
But see, even making it home says it's much better.
Okay. But I'll leave it off.
But if I do the virtual background, the problem I have is I get, well, you've seen it. You know, when I go to, especially.
Oh, I think it's hilarious.
Especially to this one, and I do.
Oh, but it doesn't do it in the daytime.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's too lighted. Well, for shizzle, I can't grow all hair.
No, but nighttime though, you get a nice afro.
I'll be glad when Saturday gets here because I'm gonna.
Who was it? Don King. You get the whole Don King thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I get the professor or the university professor with the hair, or Einstein, they call it.
Yeah.
You grow planes. Yes, I do. I mean, there's planes there. There's planes over there and paint and yeah. Here. There you go. See all of those?
Yep. Yeah.
All of that's planes. That's planes. All of that's paint. There's more paint down. Yeah. It's a hobby room over that. I got to turn the mirror back thing. Mirror. Thank you. Over that way is the ham radio stuff. So it's a combination room.
Glenda, I did send you a link if you want to come up.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Just saying, if you don't want to, that's fine too. I know you're busy sewing.
Yes, Ronson, I also have model trains, and that's in the far southern room. So, yeah, I've got things to keep this retired old gray-headed man busy. Yeah.
And you have a birthday coming up.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I can't hear you. Can you speak up a little bit there, youngin'?
I said.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I read lips. Remember that. So you got to be careful.
Right.
But yes, yeah. And I'm doing a live, but then I just found out another friend, Mr. Paul Case Farms, is going to be doing a live on Saturday night. And he's going to do his at, I think he said 8:00. And I was going to go live at 8:30. So, but I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to wait and do it at 9. But the other person that's having that we share a birthday with was, we were going to have a celebrating live that night for our joint birthday and all that. So I don't know if I'm going to go 8:30 or 9 now. So even though I've already said 8:30, but I haven't set it up, scheduled it because I'm still learning and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So, but it's all good. I will, one way or another, I'll go live Saturday. Right, Molly?
We have another person to join us.
Yeah, I heard that noise.
Hey!
There she is. The lady in person.
Yes, how are you?
How are you? It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. I am doing winter seat sewing. Now is the time. I just did a live right before you, Karma. And that's why everybody came over and was getting fire because I just did like a quick how to do winter seat sewing. And a lot of people say it is too early to do it. It is certainly not. You want to start that now. In fact, let's see, Alexa, what's the temperature outside? 12 degrees still. For those who are on my live, it's still 12 degrees outside. So, kind of hard to see, but I recycle milk jugs and distilled water, and I get my my raised bed mix or potting mix at Lowe's, because if the bags are ripped, my Lowe's gives 50% off.
Ooh.
Nice to know.
Yeah.
Really nice.
And then veterans discount is always a good thing.
That too. Yeah, I think they still do it on the soil, but I know that they do it if the plants are marked down. They still get veterans discounts. I don't have any issues with that. But yeah, so great way of saving money and getting your hands in the dirt when it's a bazillion degrees below where I want it to be at temperature wise. Like, I want spring here. I want the warmth. I don't want all the heat. I just want the nice temperature. So, and it's fun for me to be able to play in soil. What was that? Oh, that was cilantro. Okay, sorry. What did I put down in there as I'm talking?
So do you put those inside a greenhouse or anything? You just stick them outside?
Right outside on top of the snow, y'all. I am not even lying. We still have snow. I'm going to set them down outside in the full sun, and they will wake up when it's time for them to wake up. I have a really good germination success doing this. The problems that I've had in the past are if the seeds are super old. And then, that would have happened whether or not I did it inside or out. But yeah, this is how I start winter seed sowing for my perennial flowers or my plants. And I also do cold crops right now. In March, I'll start all my summer stuff outside, but it's a great hands-off way to get your gardens going and a great cycle.
I have a little, it's like 4.5 by 2.5 greenhouse, or is it 5 by 2.5 greenhouse? And I know during the daytime it gets to about 80 degrees right now.
Oh, okay.
But at nighttime it still gets really cold. And so I didn't know if I'd be able to do that.
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, now keep in mind, you probably won't get anything until it's time for them to wake up. I just want to come with that caution. I say try it. I don't ever want to discourage anybody from trying something, because let me tell you, this girl, everybody came after in the beginning when I started gardening back in 2011. Everybody's like, oh, you're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. And let me tell you, do it the way you do it and move forward, and if you're successful, share your tips. But yeah, I don't see why not. Give it a try. Don't use a bunch of seeds. Just do it as a test run would be my recommendation. You don't want to give up all your seeds, if you only have so many. But yeah, and you can also do this with Ziploc bags, and then you want to seal the bag most of the way, but you still want that moisture to get down in that bag when it rains or snows or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty easy. It's just a hands-off approach, and in the spring it's fun to open up all these containers and to see these beautiful plants down in there ready to go into the ground. And yes, I seed heavily. You probably just saw me put a whole package of lettuce down into this container, but I overseed. It's okay, because they're going to get thinned out anyhow when I go put them out in the ground where I want them.
I actually have one variety of lettuce that's never quit growing out in one of my raised beds.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I see that you use Baker Creek.
I do. I have several different companies. Let me get that soil off my finger and I'll show you. I was gifted some seeds from somebody who, I can't say what store, but they work for a well-known tractory store. I want to say it like that. And
CST.
The tractory store. So they were seeds away, and the person brought them to me, and I have a bunch of seeds. Now these are still by 2023. Quite frankly, the seeds are still good. Your germination
they are
down, but doesn't mean Yeah, plant it and keep going.
Well, this variety of lettuce that I have still growing out there, it still looks beautiful. And I've picked a leaf now and then because it's just a really small plot. I
Yeah.
pick a leaf now and then and eat it. It tastes amazing. It's Landis winter lettuce.
Ooh, that
And
sounds.
it's a beautiful bright green.
Yeah.
And it kind of somewhat resembles a dandelion green.
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And it is so delicious. And it loves the cold.
Oh, wow.
And it
Well,
just it barely started to come up towards the end of the growing season this last summer. And then all of a sudden it started really taking off once we got cold. And it's been growing all winter long. Not enough for me to pick and make a salad because it wasn't very many seeds that actually germinated.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, it's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's good lettuce.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I, I think anytime you can put something in the garden and grow it yourself, it's going to taste a lot better than if you bought it from the grocery store.
Hey, Jesse and Lisa.
Jesse, guess
And
what?
Peter, welcome in. Hi.
And Lisa, I went live. Guess where I'm at? It's done.
That is beautiful.
Thank you. You have to go back, and I did a live and I showed a little bit more of it there. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Hey, I sent Jesse and Lisa, I sent you guys a link too. If you guys feel like it or want to, you can come on up and join the panel also. So you don't have
please,
to, but if
Jesse,
you want
do.
to,
I'm
you
stuck
can.
between two gardeners here. So help me, Jesse.
I don't know.
Hey, now you said you were wanting to do raised beds and wanting to learn gardening. So, hey, this is the perfect time.
I know. I'm
And
just
if
playing.
you bring Jessie up, Lisa's a gardener also.
What I'm saying, she does.
She does hydroponics.
Jesse's saying he's shy.
Oh gosh, I have some going right here actually on this side, and it's
Shy, whatever.
I can't remember. I hate forgetting what that's called.
All I know is right now it's too cold for this old man to go outside.
That's why I'm in my kitchen.
I got down to -6 last night.
Oh my.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, it's yeah.
I saw this video earlier today and it cracked me up, and I forwarded it to Jesse, and it was a guy from Georgia, and he's like, Canada, did you leave your back door open? Did you? Because you cannot come and get this cold weather. This is not for us. This is yours. And ask your mama if she left her back door open too.
Well, did you hear Lafayette, Louisiana? 10.5 inches of snow.
Oh,
Lafayette, Louisiana.
Crazy.
Wow.
And my sister, who lives down by Beaumont, Texas, which is in the southeast portion of Texas and Louisiana, yeah, they're snowed in.
And we didn't get any of that. I'm in Indiana. We got 12 inches off one storm, and then it melted just a tiny bit. Then we got 3 more inches, and then it melted a little bit, but we still have the snow down from the original storm that came through. But now we're stuck with the winter cold, and we're under a deep freeze warning tonight.
Fun.
Yeah. And actually, I'm Southern Indiana. I have a kiddo that lives in Northern Indiana. He's a teacher, and he called me today, and I'm like, wait a second. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon. Why are you calling me? Why aren't you at work? And he said, today's a snow day. It's -12 degrees. So they closed the school, and he went to Lowe's. He was like, I need to do some things. It got I guess they did an e-learning. So that was all taken care of. But yeah, to get that call from that kid, it was like, you should be at work right now. Why are you calling your mama? But I love when I ain't gonna argue, but it was just kind of odd. -12 is what he said up there. Like, no. You can keep it. Don't send that to your mama. Loves you, but
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, but no thank you.
no.
Right.
No. And keep my baby warm. My little.
Yes.
Do not make my grandbaby go out there.
Yeah.
But anyhow, yeah, but they didn't get a whole lot of snow. It's just that Arctic freeze.
Well, I had 4 inches on the first one, the original one, 2 inches on this one, and there's a third one that's out there by 4. Well, it's probably a little bit east of the 4 state corners. So round 3's on deck, getting ready to come do its thing. And the hardest thing is that Mother Nature's blocking my call, so I can't call her and complain. Well, I'm glad you're home, Jennifer.
Yeah.
I can't see the chat because, like, I'm this big on my phone.
Well, you're this big, actually this big.
Bigger?
On the panel.
At least I'm not on the TV because we put people up on my TV. My husband's legally blind. And so we have a big TV so he can enjoy watching TV. And so when I tell that to people, they know, like, they're like blown like double the size. But it should be. So we're checking for acne and we're checking for skin disorders. And just...
Would you minimize me, please? I don't want all my gray showing up.
Yeah, we're gonna see how gray you are, how many wrinkles you've got. We're gonna check right there.
Okay.
Just let us know if we have any skin cancer or anything.
You got it. No, I laugh about that TV because for me it's too hard to look at because I'm doing this. And so Grace is like, okay, I'm just like sitting here, and I'm like, oh. Like, everything. So we'll look.
I'll do a karma.
Do karma.
I'll do a karma. Like, yeah, okay, I'm here. Hi.
I don't do that.
It's right now.
Well, I can't do what Miss Lori does.
No.
Coming out of the wall.
It's hilarious. Man, if you could do the night watch with us sometime, it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Gosh, no, this girl has her bedtime, and I take my nighty-night meds, and I'm kind of like Miss Ann Dale. You know, I need my sleep to be nice.
Well, if you look over Karma's shoulder, you'll see the moonlight coming through the window.
Oh. Okay.
You normally call it sunlight. We call it moonlight.
Usually they stay on until it's midnight here.
Oh no, we stay up. Yeah.
That sun got right in my eyes. It's going down.
You stay online until it's at least midnight here.
Yes.
Oh no, wait a minute. That would be 2:00 in the morning.
Oh no, we stayed up one night for 6 hours, and that was what Miss Lori's was, I think 5 a.m. for her or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna set you right there. I've got to wash my hands. See all this dirt? That's what makes me happy. But I gotta wash my hands.
Oh, I know. I can hardly wait to get my fingers in the dirt.
Ooh, dirty hands. Oh gosh.
Manicures for this reason.
My fingers are just itching. I mean, I can feel it just watching you do that. I'm like, I can physically feel my fingers in the dirt, and I'm like, ugh.
It's the best feeling.
Oh, it is. It is.
I'll go out in the yard real quick and fondle the snow.
I don't care for that. No.
I
can't do the cold. I can't.
But I guess I should feel lucky because Heaven's Fire 18 or Heather, I mean, she's got more snow up there and colder temperatures. I mean, yeah.
Where's Heather from? I forgot.
I'm gonna pick on her. Minnesota.
Well, tell
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah,
Minnesota.
she's probably gonna. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
my
I'm
Minnepop.
and she picked up that Wisconsin accent, and it was like, you're gonna get that one back when you come home. You get that Southern draw.
She's from Mini Pop or Mini Coke.
Oops, I forgot to put a label in. I'm not gonna undo that duct tape. That'll work. All right. Well, we are going to go out in the freezing weather together.
Oh boy.
And set these down. Where is the best spot to put it? It is freezing out there. Let's see if that'll. Did you hear that? That is ice.
She brought an ice cube out.
No. There you go. See, they go outside right on the snow and yeah.
And do their thing.
And they do their thing. You just leave them there. That's it. They're going out.
Very cool.
If I did that, if I did that, they would sit there and just like, what? Oh no. This isn't happening. No.
So did you put the lids on the bottles?
You take them off because you want the snow down in there.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna put them over here. See if they'll slide away for me tomorrow. I'll find out. You know, it is freezing out here. Oh my goodness.
I like your patio cover.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just a basic one from Lowe's. And it's nice because my husband has a hard time sitting out under the sun, and he likes to be outside with his service dog. And it's nice for him to just put a chair up and be out there because that sun hurts his eyes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we used to have a pergola. It's what we started with, and I made the mistake. So now that is going to become the new outdoor chicken run. We're going to fence that sucker in. We have to redo our chicken run because we used materials during the 2020 shutdown.
There you go.
And it was whatever we could use. And so everything's starting to collapse on itself now. So we're going to repurpose that. Okay. All of my winter seed sowing outside. It's cold.
Well, Jesse, to answer your question, I can say wash. I'm going to wash the car.
Oh, Aunt Lynn, that's what she says. She used to live in Washington State years ago. And that's what she says. Washington. We're going to wash our clothes. And I always pick on Aunt Lynn. And then my mother says, I'm going to the grocery store on Tuesday and maybe Wednesday. I don't know. You want to go to the Goodwill on Thursday?
Love it.
I laugh at her.
My dad says woish.
Woish?
Woish.
Is he from Idaho?
Well,
that's
he was born in Hillsboro, Oregon.
Okay.
But his family's from Sweetwater, Missouri.
Oh.
Okay, so his accent's all messed up.
I thought you were going to say Sweetwater, Texas.
He lived and graduated in Idaho. But see, now we've been told that Idaho has a very neutral accent.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm messed up. A lot of people, it's funny, in my area think I come from Texas. My accent's all screwed up. And I'm like, no, not from, I mean, I lived there, but very long, and I was a little tyke. So I don't think I have a Texas accent.
Jesse, he is absolutely loving his job. It's all he talks about now.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
That's just amazing.
Yeah, he is thoroughly, absolutely 100% loving every minute of his job. And that is the topic of conversation, whether that's the topic of conversation or not. And I'm happy for him. I really am.
That was a God thing.
Oh,
There's nowhere.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome in, Katie and Fisherman 506. I'm so happy that you're here. We're just hanging out, chatting about this and that. So join the conversation.
I am going to fold this down. I'll have to show. So Sir Grace bought me this container. Let me see if I can flip the camera. Whoops, now I turned it off. Hang on. Let's see. Settings, camera. You know it's harder to do. Let's see here. Back camera. There we go. Sir Grace bought me this.
I've seen those. I would love to get one.
And they snap down, and then it keeps all of your mess in there. See, there's nothing under this thing. I'll still give it a little wipe, but there's no mess there.
I love it.
So he bought that for me a few years ago because he knows that I love to garden, and I always do it in the house. And so he's like, I gotta get this thing because I know how much you hate the messes. And this is my favorite Christmas present I got like a few years ago.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's simple.
It looks very handy.
It is. And I mean, like, it literally folds down to that, and then I can go put that out in the garage until I need it again. Now I do have to go put this out in a bit, but that's okay. That's the dirty stuff. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll have to do that again as soon as I get some more milk jugs.
Heather, hasn't it warmed up though since last night? It's not like it was last night. If it's up to -4.
Ooh, that's bikini weather. -4.
That's warmer than it was last night.
I'm just teasing. No, I know. I'm over this weather.
That's crazy.
Well, it's 23 with a real feel of 14 here in North Oklahoma.
My.
So.
All right, I'll sit down now. Pull this out. Oh, goodness.
We are 29, feels like 25.
Ooh. That's cold. Well, I don't know what our feels like, but
holy moly. Heather says it was -42 this morning.
It was.
No, thank you.
That's the reason why I said earlier what I said. Yeah.
No, thank you. It can go away now.
I mean, I would, I like the colder weather versus the Texas 115 degrees or whatever. No. I don't care for the hot Texas weather.
I like it whenever it's, the spring, like for Indiana spring. I like that temperature. It's in the mid 70s. You can open up your windows, sit outside at night. We usually invite the kiddos that want to come over. They can. And we'll get the marshmallows out, make s'mores, and just kind of back and take it easy. Yeah, we do fun s'mores at my house. So we get Kit Kats, and we get, of course, the Hershey's, but we also get Reese's. Then I'll find the fun big marshmallows, the jumbo ones. And
I thought Texas only had those because everything's bigger in Texas.
Indiana,
yeah, they got the jumbos here too.
My accent, people think I'm from Texas, so that's why we have them. That's what we'll go with. I'm just teasing, but no, we love to just sit outside in the fire in the spring and take it easy. It's so nice. Hot cup of cocoa.
I should try to find the postcard that Idaho has. We grow them bigger here. And you've probably seen it, actually. We grow them bigger here, and they've got one of those great big, huge flatbed equipment hauling trailers.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have a giant potato on it.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Well,
That's all right.
from
You could take Idaho and put it in the state of Texas, and Texas will still be bigger.
I don't know.
not if you flattened all of Idaho's terrain. If you could flatten Idaho,
Yeah.
if you could totally flatten Idaho, it'd be the same size as Texas.
The terrain
But
is
that's not the case. So, nah.
We have the same land mass as Texas. It's just in hills and mountains.
it's definitely one you
Well,
gotta go, though.
Texas has got hills and mountains too.
Texas, we just went through the tippy top part of Texas, and we were there most of the day driving through that. Are we ever going to get out of another state? Is what I kept. We were there all day. I can't imagine going in that part of it.
If Oregon gets their way, we might be getting closer to the size of Texas.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't heard that. What is Oregon wanting to do?
There is the majority of Eastern Oregon is wanting to secede from the state of Oregon and become Greater Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
Because Idaho is agricultural, and they represent the agricultural interests of farmers and ranchers better than big city Western Oregon. Western Oregon is heavily populated, and it caters to the interests of big city interests, corporate interests. And Eastern Oregon is less populated, and their interests, the agricultural interests, they don't matter to the state of Oregon. And so they are not being protected, they're not being listened to, their concerns are not heard in their government. Their politics, their interests much closer resemble and align with the state of Idaho. There's even a couple of counties in California who want to secede with Oregon and join with Idaho. So it would all become Greater Idaho. And the whole state of southern Idaho, right now, the panhandle, it comes down like this.
Right.
And it just keeps going straight on the one side. And then it kicks out for eastern Idaho. Well, down on the Oregon border, it would kick out into eastern Oregon and then back over the way that they have it drawn out.
And the other thing I heard, just kind of in watching different gardeners from that region of Ontario, like the Ontario, Oregon area, they've also said that they cannot grow certain plants because on the western side they're invasive, but on the eastern side they're not. It's a different kind of terrain as well.
Yeah, it is.
So, and they were getting kind of frustrated with that because there are certain things that they want to grow that they can't. So I've heard that as well being part of the argument, is that they're being told what they can and can't based on what is invasive on the eastern side versus what's on the side.
Right. And that all plays into the politics of the Eastern Oregon, much closer aligns with Idaho is very Republican.
Right.
And they are very agricultural. And they look at what's best for their farmers, their ranchers, the people who basically feed the world.
Right.
And what is best for the land. Western Oregon is more focused on big city, corporate. They're very, very Democrat. They're very, and I'm not trying to be politically divisive here, and I'm just trying to explain how Oregon is set up.
Sure.
And they are very environmental. They align with California and California politics.
Right.
That is very contradictory to the way Eastern Oregon people are. There's a lot, it's very, very agricultural in Eastern Oregon.
Right.
It's very sparsely populated in Eastern Oregon compared to Western Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And so the farmers, the ranchers, the agricultural businesses, they align a lot closer to the politics, to the way of living that the people of Idaho do. And they have been trying for years to leave Oregon and to join with Idaho. And in the past, it's always been just hearsay, just talk, and nobody really took it seriously until about a year ago. And now it's actually becoming a real possibility.
Right. Yeah, I've heard that.
And one of the steps that they would have to accomplish is they've got enough of the counties that are on board with it. I think they have all but one, possibly two of all the counties that want to join Idaho. But one of the steps that they have to go through is getting Congress to ratify the deal.
Right. Right.
And I think Idaho is on board with it. They've already said, yeah, we'll take you. I believe they have. I'm not 100% sure on that. But they would have to get Congress to approve it and say, okay, yes, you can join Idaho, and then redraw the map. And when that happens, then the state of Oregon becomes very, very small. And they will lose a lot of seats in Congress. And then Idaho will gain seats.
Yep.
They won't gain as many as it might sound because Eastern Oregon is not as heavily populated as Western Oregon.
Right.
But
right. No, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Exactly, Jesse. Western half of Oregon leans left and the eastern side of Oregon leans right.
Yeah, from the agricultural perspective, I mean, there's a lot of complaints that I've heard, not so much in the political, but more in the agricultural.
Right.
To grow what they want to grow, and they're having to adhere to rules that it's a different terrain, so
right.
It's a pretty mess out there for sure.
But it does come down to politics because the people who are making all these laws and everything, if they're leaning towards
for sure
one side who is hammering down environmental, and they're not looking at what it's doing for the vast majority of the land in their state. And they're not looking at the impact it's having on their constituents, and all they're listening to is corporate interest.
Right. No, I agree with that.
Then it does, it does come down to politics. And if you
need it.
There's got to be a balance, and they're not willing to look at balance.
Right. No, I agree with that. But I'm just saying that's what I've heard. Like, that's where the frustration started out, was on the agricultural side of things.
Yeah.
They were just mad that they can't have, for their terrain, and that's not right either.
Right. It absolutely boils down to the agriculture.
It does.
The counties that are wanting to leave are absolutely agricultural communities.
Right.
and it all boils down to the east or the western half of the state are not agricultural.
That's it.
And they're not listening to the half of the state that is agricultural.
Right.
The agricultural communities want to leave and join a state that is agricultural.
Yep.
And that's what it boils down to.
Yep. And that's, they should be allowed to do what they need to do. I mean, that's, nothing wrong with it. But yeah, I've heard about it for a while, and it's just, man, it's just awful to hear. But,
Molly.
Oh, Molly, the kitty cat. Well, Karma, I am going to pop down into the chat. It is almost 6:00, and
okay,
to feed Sir Grace. So,
all right, yeah, I won't keep you like I did last night.
I know. It's so funny because after I got done, I came downstairs. I looked at him and I said, "What do you want?" And he goes, "I already ate." And he just kind of had, but he had some potato chips. That's all the man ate. So I owe him a nice dinner.
Oh,
let me get off of here so I can feed the man, okay?
Please give me my apologies.
Oh, no apologies needed. He adores you, so don't worry about it. But yeah, I should go feed the Sir Grace a proper
yes.
Get some bacon going.
All right. Well, thanks for coming up. This has been nice.
Sure, thank you. I'll pop down into the chat, okay?
Okay.
Nice meeting you.
Thanks,
bye.
Bye.
Oh, I love Glenda. She's so sweet. So.
Oh, there's so many great people. It's like my problem is I'm trying to learn StreamYard, trying to learn YouTube, and then trying to learn everybody's channel's name and then their names.
Right.
Jesse and Lisa. It's like, that one. I can just. I don't even have to think about it. And
right.
then Amy and Chris from Leonard Mountain,
Yeah.
And then there's that girl that's up in Minnesota. I'm trying to think of her name.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure who that is.
I just I'm probably going to be in deep trouble because right now she's driving, heading home. So I'll probably get a text here in a little bit saying, talking smack, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, the gardening and all that. Right now, I'm trying to get. I have priorities. I've got to get. It's like I was telling Making It Home earlier when we were talking. I'd love to start learning canning, but I thought, okay, before I jump into it full bore and not knowing what I'm doing, I need to learn more, get some books, watch some more people doing things and all this. And, well, thank you, Jesse. And to learn more about it before I just jump into it. And of course, getting little, watching other channels, learning from them. But, and then of course, I'm trying to learn about doing lives and all that. So I've been doing a lot of lives, and it's like, and luckily Heather one of my moderators has been so great because I'll sit there and say, "Can you do this? Can you do that?" And she's like, "Just a minute."
Yeah.
Let's see. Make sure you come to. Let me check make sure you come on to live on Friday. Pinky swear, okay. Yes, ma'am. I better let me make me a note of that because otherwise I'll probably go, what was I supposed to do Friday? Let's see. What time was it? 8 p.m. Okay. Well, I do have one other live, and that's at 9 o'clock. So I'll jump in for the time I can. I'll do that. I don't want a title cancel.
That sounds really interesting, Jennifer. She says, I'll be posting a whole canning series in February, from the basics and baby steps to canning butter and milk.
Woohoo! I'll have to keep an eye out.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I did canning with my mom and other family when I was real young. But like I said, I was really young back when we were doing all that canning, and I don't remember so much of what I learned. Some of it will obviously come back as I relearn all of those things. But I've just not had the opportunity, you know,
Yeah. Well,
since
that's like,
becoming an adult.
well, I've been I'm getting ready to order more books about canning and all that, and it's like the one thing I do know is that like another person said to me, is that if I'm going to get a canning, a pressure cooker, make sure I buy a brand new one, because you don't want to get a used one, because even though it looks good and all that, you don't know if it's cracked or if it's got a bad seal or whatever, and you definitely don't want that.
Seals can be replaced.
True. But trying to, let's say if you go to a thrift store and you find one and it's an older model, you may or may not be able to get a seal. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna. I've already got one. It's a Presto that I've got marked, in the on my wish list on Amazon. So I basically, I'm gonna go. I'd go with a new one, and but the Tractor Supply you can get, in Walmart you can get canning supplies, and this chair is getting ready to get moved and switch to the other chair. And then I've been watching Shawnee Grows. I've been watching a lot of hers.
I've been wanting to go over there and check out. I did go and look through Shawnee's channel a bit last night, but I haven't had a chance to go and actually watch the videos. I want to, though.
All American Canner.
My mom had Presto. I do remember that.
Yeah. Well, Tony from Our Cabin in the Woods was the one that inspired me a little bit about canning, and then it kind of clicked, and so then I started watching Simply Jan do her thing on canning, and then there was Shawnee Grows, and then everybody else that are gardening and all this. So things will come. Right now I've got baby steps, but it will get done.
Yeah. I did finally get a water bath canner. I had my mom's and I loaned it to a friend and then lost track of the friend and she never gave it back to me. So my mom's is gone.
Well, I have a dehydrator.
I have that, but I have nowhere to use it. We don't have very much counter space.
I'm the same way, so but I've got a nice sized dining table if I had to push come to shove.
Yeah.
So because my dog doesn't take up a lot of dining space.
No, I wouldn't think so. Yeah.
But let's see. Oh, she had to make a quick stop.
I have done freezer preservation, like made.
I haven't done that.
Well, I really like pickled beets. And so I found a recipe for making freezer pickled beets. And I have done that a couple of times. And then I made green tomato jam. And that, unfortunately, the recipe wasn't one where I could actually properly seal it. It had to be just kept in the refrigerator and used. But it was so good. I
had fried green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes are amazing too. But green tomato jam is so good. It is so good.
I'm traditional. I'm a grape jelly jam person.
Well, whenever I get to make green tomato jam again, I'll have to send you a jar. Let you try it. It's good. You'd be surprised how good it is.
Ah. Well, I'm not into figs. I can tell you that right now. So I will not have a fig garden. I'm not really into beets or, okra, yes.
Oh,
Corn on the cob, yes.
okra never makes it in the house around here. We eat it right out of the garden.
Well, I mean, I love fried okra as long as it's done in cornmeal and it's double dipped
Mm-hmm.
and all, because that reminds me of my great grandfather.
I really want to get a freeze dryer, but that's going to have to wait.
Yeah.
I don't have the proper setup for one.
What is Jesse saying? That little part. A 21.5 quart bath canner and can rack on Amazon.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
but Jesse, a 21 quart. I mean, it's just me and the dog. I mean, would that be
But
too big?
that would probably hold, I'm guessing it would probably hold about 6 or 8 quart jars.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. It's not as big as you think.
Okay.
That doesn't hold that many quarts of jars or food. That's how many quarts of water it holds.
Okay. Yeah. True. It would take space and yeah.
I found my water bath canner on Marketplace and I got it for $5.
Ah. The bigger the canner, the better, the more efficient can at all. Two can at all.
But Jennifer, if you only have just a little bit to do, like I don't have an enormous quantity of food all at one time. And if you're putting all that water and electricity into heating a giant canner, it's not that efficient.
Who's in it for the candy? Oh, Joel. Okay.
And if you're only canning for 1 or 2 people,
I wonder if Joel would. I mean, you're saying Joel is a nerd, so does he like the candy nerds? Besides Skittles?
I did just get one of those vacuum sealer contraptions.
Right.
That you put on top of a jar.
Oh.
And it vacuum seals for like dry pack.
See, I saw that, and then I read all the reviews, and everybody was sitting there saying it's not that great. It's not that great. At least on Amazon, I read the reviews.
Well, it depends on which one you're looking at too.
So.
But like Miss Ann has one, and she loves hers. What you do, like if you get you have a recipe that calls for, let's just say, walnuts or raisins, and you buy, because the price is cheaper to buy a large bag of whatever it is, you buy the larger bag and you only need a cup of it, but you have, say, 3 cups. You have 2 cups left over. You put your leftovers in the jar, you use that, and you seal your leftovers. It'll keep them fresher for a lot longer.
Well, right
And then
now,
you store the leftovers until you need them again for another recipe. And they're not going to go old before you need them again.
there you go, saying the O word.
Hey, if the shoe fits.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, youngin.
I'm not that much younger than you.
You're still younger than me, so that makes you a youngin.
Not that much.
Shoot.
Yeah, that's a good idea too, Jesse. He says what Lisa does is she will use the extra space to can jars of water so there is nothing wasted.
Now, what is Jesse recommending on Amazon now? Let's see.
And Glenda says that she loves her vacuum sealer. It's a must-have in her home. Now, are you talking about the vacuum sealer?
There's what Jesse sent.
Yeah, that's what I have, is something like that. It may or may not be the same brand, but I have one like that I just barely got. I haven't even had a chance to use it. And the one that I got can actually do like wine bottle type bottles. And it can do those sous vide bags, the ones with the baggies with the little vacuum seal holes. It can do that kind of a bag, as well as jars. I do want to get the vacuum sealer, like, that actually vacuum seals bags that you can put meals in and vacuum seal it and then put it in the freezer, or when you separate out your meat and you can put it in there and then vacuum seal it to keep it fresher.
Well, see,
I would like something like that, but for right now I just have the one that goes on the jars.
I have Mylar bags that I use for vacuum sealing, because I've got one that's a rectangle vacuum sealer. And all that. And then if you put like pinto beans in it, and you throw a couple oxygen absorber in it. Did you wake up? You yawning again, I see. What's up? Huh? You okay? Did you have a good nap? Huh? What you doing, Fur? What you doing? What, you need to go? You want to go out and play in the snow again? Excuse me for a minute. Pardon me.
Okay. So,
I'm coming.
Anyway.
I'm coming. Just a minute.
So what's everybody doing this week? Do you have a lot of plans, or? I have the van just one day this week, as far as I know. Oh, thank you, Jesse. That's very kind. Jennifer's doing cooking and collab videos and cleaning. Katie is cooking for her husband and working on YouTube and sewing. Making it home. I'm sorry, didn't catch your name earlier. Just trying to keep everyone warm and healthy this week. That, I think, is an ongoing task this winter for most people. And Glenda is canning fig jam. Ooh, that sounds really good. Okay, Lauren. Thank you. Very nice to meet you, Lauren. I am working on starting my new series for Thoughts for Thursday. I was hoping to get the first video made for Thursday, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get it done in time. It's probably going to be late, but I'm going to try. And trying to keep up with all the cats. I have one that's in heat, and that's not been easy to keep her inside. She got out once. So and then I don't know what else I'm going to do. Probably try to do a little bit of cleaning. And I definitely need to get all of my seeds sorted. And I won a seed organizing notebook on the Survival Seeds 2024 collab during the final giveaway. And I want to try to get my seeds put in there, at least some of them. See if I can get them organized a little bit better. And I want to try to figure out which seeds to get started first. And try to figure out which beds I'm going to plant what in this year. Our lighting is really different in the raised beds where we have to have them. So I got to try to figure out what to put in which raised bed. Because the lighting is so different. And we get a lot of light and a lot of heat during the summer.
Okay.
So it's really hard to figure out what plants to put in which bed.
But if you're not a subscriber to Making It Home, you might want to take a look at it or add it to your to look at list or whatever. But she's really a good person and has a lot of good stuff on her channel.
I will. I'll go take a look.
And all.
I will definitely do that.
I gave you your treat already, okay? There's no food up here. There's not. Here, look. Up here. Up. Yeah, you're not going to, like, there's no food up there. I'm not getting up there. Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
So what time does Mr. Logan get home?
Well, he gets off work in about 11 minutes.
Okay.
And it takes about 15-ish minutes to get home. So
okay.
Probably about 4:10 till 5, he should be home.
Oh, yes. I was going to say he gets home at 6, but I forget you're behind. You're back in time.
Yes.
Hey, at least you can always look forward to finding out, like, hey, what's going on? And, like we did on New Year's, it's like we stayed up with Miss Evelyn, and then there was me, and then there was Miss Lori, and it was like, we everybody stayed up, and yeah.
Well, at least I'm not in a hurry to get back to the future.
Well, at least things are looking up, per se.
Absolutely.
All right, there's that. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Bacon is almost. You're having bacon and didn't invite us? What? No wonder she got off the panel. She's doing bacon.
Oh, that's interesting, Shawnee. Start onions and celery 10 weeks before your average last frost date.
Yeah.
So then that would be, let's see, May, April, March. That would be in middle of February for me.
Yes, Heather, it does. Because it's bacon. I like how people put posts on Facebook, and they're like, they show something like eggs, bacon, and sausage, and it says, what else does it need? What 2 other things? And I said, more bacon, more bacon.
You sound like Jesse.
Well, as long as Jesse doesn't show his Whataburger cup to me, I'm fine. He knows that's my kryptonite.
Yeah, Jesse's a bit of a... Right?
I hadn't got to meet him up front yet. I'm hoping he's going to be at 10 Killer.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't miss that usually. Oh, that sounds so good. And I think Logan got pork out yesterday. We'll have pork. Doesn't sound good at all.
I thought I gave it to you, Rebecca. Okay. Let me go here. Slide that over. Contact.
Oh. Well, I'm probably going to cut this off short tonight.
Is it nap time?
I am so tired.
Okay.
I'm so tired. And I want a few minutes to decompress before Logan gets home and talks my ears off.
But it's a good thing. It's a blessing.
It is. It is an absolute blessing. But, and I mean this with all respect, and I mean it with all love. Trust me, I do.
Okay.
When you live with someone with autism and they get onto a topic and can't get off of it, it can be painful to the ears.
Well, here's the thing. I keep waiting for Faith, my dog, for those that don't know. I talk to her because it's her and I, and, it's like, so, yeah.
I know.
So, but, it's all good.
It is.
At least
is.
I have
and I do enjoy. I enjoy hearing about his job. I enjoy his excitement. I truly do. And I don't want anyone to ever think that I am complaining. I'm not. I am absolutely not complaining. Just sometimes it's nice to have a little break.
Well, yeah, everybody needs their space. Everybody needs their little quiet time, downtime. Everybody does. I agree with that. But it's one of those things that sometimes you can, or how's the old saying goes? Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
And I don't mean nut being crazy. I mean, sometimes you're busy, and sometimes
Jennifer gets it. Jennifer gets it. It gets overwhelming at times. And a steady diet of anything can get to be a little too much for a while.
You mean like being stuck in your house all day, all night, and go out because it's bad weather and you just don't want to go? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sometimes
Shawnee, thank you so much for coming and being a part of this. I appreciate it.
Good night, Shawnee.
Oh.
And the weather's not cooperative, so you can't just go outside and, before it gets scorching heat, but it'll get there.
And I truly am not complaining. I don't want anybody to think that I am. I love my husband, and I am so very happy for him. I truly am. I have lived as a mother to autism for 33, almost 34 years. I worked with autistics for almost 5 years. And I've been with Logan for 13, almost 14 years. And I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it. I love my family. And I enjoy being with high-functioning autistics. They are unique.
Yes, they are.
They are special.
Mm-hmm.
They are talented. They are intelligent. There's so much to them, and they're multifaceted. It's like a prism. Just when you think you have seen all there is to them, they'll show you a new side to themselves. And so they'll always keep you guessing.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no two that are alike. And I love the challenge. I love my son. I love my husband.
And you love God.
But it doesn't change. Just like, even if both of them were neurotypical instead of neurodivergent, every couple needs space once in a while. It just happens to be that sometimes their mouths don't stop when they get on their chosen topics. And so sometimes you got to have a breather. So sometimes you need a little bit of a downtime when you know they're showing up. You need a little bit of downtime before they show up.
All right. Well, you get some rest. Get some, unwind before he gets home.
Yeah.
And we will chat again.
We will. And I want to thank everybody for being here and talking about it with us. I appreciate every one of you. And I will get a video out for you on Thursday. And we will see you again on Monday for Meet Me Monday and talk about it Tuesday next week. Love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.